Jadeb is back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 10 episode reaction video. Before I get into that, though, it's extremely important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Walking Dead, that you take the initiative and pay attention to the episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, I would suggest, and so would everyone else, that you don't watch this video any further to avoid potential spoilers. This will be The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 10. Title of this episode is called Stalker. This will be my reaction review recap of the episode. At Alexandria, Rosita wakes up from a nightmare involving a whisper killing Coco. At the gates, Gamma arrives to explain that their people are trapped in a cave surrounded by Alpha's horde. She also explains that the baby her people left behind is her nephew, and she would do anything just to see him again. Gabriel seems to believe Gamma's story, but Rosita calls her a liar and knocks Gamma/Mary unconscious, and orders for her to be put in the basement cell where Negan was staying, and then later the one whisper that Carol captured, and then of course Dante. She later wakes up in the cell where she is actually confronted by Father Gabriel and Rosita about Dante's actions, but she claims she wasn't involved in that and she didn't even know who Dante was. When Gabriel insists that she is hiding something and calls for a sincere confession, Gamma tearfully reveals that she killed her sister for Alpha. Believing her, Gabriel accepts her help. In the meeting hall, Gamma shows them the location of the cave on a map and explains that most of Alpha's forces are situated around the cave, so the borders are defenseless as far as she knows. In the woods, Daryl secretly observes Alpha and three of her random followers leading a faction of the horde from another entrance to the cave, following them to a river. Daryl attacks them. A brutal fight ensues between Alpha and Daryl. She actually slices Daryl's face under his eyes, clouding his vision with blood, and stabs him in the leg with a knife. Both severely injured, the two flee from the scene separately. Alpha soon stumbles into an abandoned gas station where Daryl is hiding. She starts making noise to attract nearby walkers. Daryl is able to defend himself against the oncoming walkers, but is forced to pull the knife out of his leg to kill the last walker. However, in doing so, begins to lose massive, and I mean massive, amounts of blood. Meanwhile, Alexandria is informed by their surveillance post 3 kilometers from the community about 100 or so walker herd incoming. Unable to receive a response, Gabriel assigns Rosita and Laura to secure the gates with a support group, while he and others head out to the recon mission. And then that night, Beta actually infiltrates Alexandria. So the episode starts off with him in an RV, and they lift like a seat up in the RV, or a chair that's on the side of it, and it's a tunnel. And that tunnel, it enters through the grave that Dante buried or made for that one lady. And what he does is he goes through that tunnel and shows up in Alexandria through that grave, and he slaughters several survivors in their homes, including the one that was attacking, well, not necessarily attacking Lydia, but going after Lydia with Gage and Margot in season 9, or was it 10? I don't remember what season it was. I think it was season 10. And of course, Negan accidentally kills Margot unintentionally, and this character, which I don't recall his name specifically, it'll come to me as soon as at some point during this video. But anyway, so he comes up through that grave and kills a bunch of people in their homes, that character in particular, and then turns them into walkers, so the others will soon have to deal with the undead as a distraction. And then on the road, Gabriel and his scout team find the soldiers from the Echo Post murdered and realize that the Whisperers forced them to give false information about the herd, so they would leave Alexandria and weaken their inner defense. Beta soon finds Gamma in her cell, where she explains to Beta that the community is not as Alpha had told them. And another thing is, this episode really mirrored like a Halloween movie. Like, Beta was moving just like Michael Myers, and like the lighting they used, it was great. And then, of course, Gamma says that Alpha has lied Unfazed, Beta demands Gamma to go with him, and then Laura, one of the former saviors, appears and threatens Beta with an axe. She tells Gamma to go get help. Gamma flees, and then Beta overpowers and eventually kills Laura by just kind of whipping her body against the cell. So rest in peace, Laura. We should have got more time with her, considering she was the last savior left aside from Negan, and Dwight and Sherry, but they're off doing what they want to do on Fear the Walking Dead. And then Beta actually enters the Grimes house, or the Grimes residence, to investigate, and because that's the closest pace that Gamma could go without running far away, and winds up being shot by Judith from behind a door. He falls unconscious while Gamma urges Judith and RJ to escape past him, but soon he wakes up and grabs Gamma by the leg. More Michael Myers stuff, tripping and knocking her out. Rosita appears and clashes with Beta. She manages to hurt him, but he gains control of the fight, and he's sliced her up a couple of times on the arms as well, and he slams her on the ground, and Beta's about to kill Rosita. Gamma arrives and picks up one of his knives. Gamma tells Beta to stop or she'll kill herself, saying she knows Alpha wants her alive so she can kill her. He surrenders and they depart together. We assume via the tunnel, possibly, and then when Beta came in. Along the way, they are caught by Gabriel's group, and Beta quickly flees. Gamma, lying on the ground, surrenders and tells Gabriel that she was not responsible for what happened in Alexandria. The scout team and Gamma return to Alexandria. And then back at the gas station, Alpha and Daryl continue, going over different dialogue and all that. And then Lydia, who we haven't seen for a few episodes, soon appears and approaches Alpha, who reveals she has been training Lydia to be her replacement. When she is gone and asks Lydia to kill her, Lydia refuses to kill her mother and instead leaves her to pass out from blood loss. And then the following morning, Alpha wakes up alone while Gabriel is informed that Beta infiltrated Alexandria through a grave and a tunnel dug by Dante. Gabriel then approached by Aaron, who explains that not everyone escaped the cave and now had become separated. Rosita, Gamma, now going by her real name, which is Mary, and she had a conversation with Judith in this episode. Very brief conversation. Apparently Judith likes to talk to people that are locked up in the jail cell. And Judith load up with a group to travel to the hilltop so that the wounded can be tended to. And then elsewhere in the forest, Daryl wakes up to find that Lydia has nursed him back to health. After Lydia tells Daryl that she has been out for just a few hours, or he has been out for just a few hours, he asks if he killed her mother. In response, Lydia asks Daryl if he himself could kill his own father. Aware of their similar history, Alpha, reunited with her own, vows to exact revenge on the communities with their horde while reciting the Whisper's anthem, officially declaring war, and that's how the episode ends. So very intense, spooky episode, I guess, of The Walking Dead. So this is a really good one for just, an episode in the beginning of the second half of the season, but, not episode 9, but episode 10. I'm going to give this one a 9.0 out of 10. It was really good. I like the whole Beta, channeling Michael Myers in this episode, and then the stuff with Daryl and Alpha was pretty good as well. And I really enjoyed this episode. Rosita was really good, and gave Mary a little bit. Gamma Mary in this episode gave her a little bit more importance. We'll see where that leads to. Obviously, I already know. And that's really all I can say about it. It was cool that tunnel led from that RV to the grave at Alexandria. So, again, 9.0 out of 10. My character of the episode, I'm going to give it to Beta, because Beta was just menacing and spooky and scary, and Michael Myers in this episode. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you like the show, go ahead and smash that like button. If you know anyone that would be interested in any type of reaction video Walking Dead related, go ahead and share the video with them. If you could, don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section about your thoughts on the episode or anything Walking Dead related. I assume you've seen episodes past, present, and future, so go ahead and comment away. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.